All right. You know what time it is. Look, I was pondering a conversation I had with someone a while ago where they told me a story about their friend who got, I guess, outed for he stuck his fingers up his butt when he was jerking it. And you know, when they were telling me this story, you know, it's funny. It's like, oh, haha, like what a weirdo. But that, it kind of raised a different question in my mind, you know, because normally liking it up your butt, you know, liking anything like that is normally considered gay, right? And not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just trying to classify things here. I just want to make sure everything is in its right place. And when I heard that he was sticking his own fingers up his butt, it kind of made me question the gayness of it all, because obviously someone else, especially another dude sticking his fingers up your butt, is probably gay. I feel like even a girl sticking her fingers up your butt's a little gay. But is it gay if they're your own fingers? That's kind of the question I had. And you know, I mean, I'm not a researcher or anything, and you know, I don't really know how to conduct a survey, although I might look into it for this. But you know, I just really want a consensus. Is it gay if it's your own two fingers or own finger? I don't actually remember how many fingers he used. I'm just kind of assuming it's like one of these, you know? And you know, cause like maybe he was just trying to kind of swirl it around, get himself ready for a bathroom trip. Maybe he would like, I don't think he was. I think he took pleasure in it. But still, is it gay? Is it gay? And like, I'm not trying to be like homophobic or nothing. Like, I don't care. Love who you want, do what you want, all that stuff. I'm just in the realm of trying to classify everything. So I think it's a little gay, for sure, because there's still something going up your butt, whether you like it or not. That's kind of gay, especially as a dude. But also, like, isn't the male G-spot or whatever like 2 inches up your rectum or something? Like, we were meant to do it, but it still feels kind of gay. And I want to believe in a world where anybody can do or say whatever they want and it doesn't hurt other people and it doesn't affect others, but obviously that's not true. And if I were to go around sticking my fingers in my butt all the time, people would probably think I was crazy. Especially if I was like telling people about it, you know, because this guy, he went and he told his buddies about it. And that's absurd, because I don't need my buddies to know what I get up to during my little, you know, hog stroking, meat beating, yank cranking sessions. That's for me and me alone, and maybe one other person. But like, you know, that's a different conversation for a different day. I think that the big question on everybody's minds, especially mine, is maybe not a question of is it gay, but how gay? Because gayness is a spectrum, if you think about it. You know, there's super gay and there's not gay at all. And so, you know, doing nothing but girls, not even looking at a penis, like all that shit, you're over here. You're on this end of the spectrum. Taking it up the ass every night, doing it with like 5 other dudes, that's super over here, you know? So where on the spectrum is sticking your own fingers up your butt? I like to think that maybe it's about here, because I think someone else's fingers are probably closer to here, but I think your own fingers might be here, because like you're still putting it up your butt, but also it's only you, you know? And there's not a good way to go about this. There's not a good way to there's not a good way to finger your butt, you know, there's not. And you know, I also, as a non-fingerer, I question the sanitary applications following this whole process, because obviously sticking your finger up your butt is grody and it's gonna make it stink, right? And I guess I'm no poop doctor, but I feel like that smell doesn't just go away by washing your hands. I feel like that's one of those kinds of things where like it lingers, you know? So I guess what we really need to be talking about here is how fucking nasty are your fingers? But nonetheless, you know, just maybe everybody should try sticking their fingers up their butt. I mean, everybody's a little gay. You know, it's just how it is. And so maybe if we all stuck our fingers up our butts every now and again, we would all see the benefits of it. Or we would all see that it's crazy and we wouldn't do it anymore. Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't have a lot more to say on the matter, but are those fingers the fingers of a sinner or the fingers of a saint, you know? Is he secretly a genius? We may never know. But this has been the Penis Genius signing out. Hashtag Grim Reefer, hashtag Finger Yourself Friday. Go nuts.